you at a job that is fulfilling, has good benefits to support you or a family today, and retirement goes down the road? If you just said no, listen up. CHS River Plains is hiring operations personnel, drivers, and custom applicators at several locations. These come with a knockout affordable benefit package for you and the whole family. Apply to a job with CHS River Plains and up your benefits straight up. To apply, visit us online at chsriverplains.com or stop in at one of our locations. CHS is an equal opportunity employer.
Welcome back to Pierre Governors Basketball on KCCR and the KCCR Sports YouTube channel. Sorry for any YouTube delays. Our on-site technician is trying to figure that out right now. And hopefully you're able to actually hear me on YouTube at this point. We're trying to make sure that everything is back. Our video stream froze for some reason midway or towards the end of the second quarter. So trying to get all that sorted out. We'll have all the scoreboard issues hopefully figured out soon as well. But Pierre Governors Basketball is live on KCCR and the KCCR Sports YouTube channel. Govs down 37-30 against the Roosevelt Rough Riders. And, you know, it's like my friend D.T. Meyer once said, technology, it's not always to be relied on. And it is not being reliable for us right now. But we are going to figure it out in due time and get everything sorted out. But it has been an interesting game so far. Governors down 37-30, but a lot of that is due to what the Roosevelt Rough Riders were able to do in that second quarter of action, a 15-point unanswered run through the midway portion of that second quarter, and they've been able to take off ever since, like these paper airplanes that we're seeing on our halftime show, if you're able to see it on YouTube, and hopefully you are from wherever you're watching tonight. Taking a look at some scores across the state. I haven't gotten a lot of updates as far as live scores, but there are a lot of crucial matchups in South Dakota AA basketball that are on tap tonight, both for the boys and girls, and we're keeping a close eye on all of it. Sully Buttes, by the way, and our friend D.T. Meyer, like I was mentioning, taking on North Central in boys action tonight. That is going to be one of their final games of the regular season. You can catch that game right now on KLXS. And our friend John Winkler, he's up in Sioux Falls. He's calling the girls basketball team for Pierre. They're taking on Roosevelt as well on the road. Catch that game right here on the KCCR Sports YouTube channel and on Capital City Rock. Spearfish and Yankton taking each other on tonight in boys action. Yankton at home. We also have a couple of other big-time AA matchups, Washington and Stevens in boys action, and Lincoln and Rapid City Central also facing off. And again, as we get more updates on the scores, we will bring those to you. In the AA standings, Sioux Falls Lincoln on top with a 17-1 record. Brandon Valley had a 16-3 record in second. Harrisburg in third at 16-3. Mitchell in fourth at 16-3. Huron rounds out the top five. Pierre currently 14th at 6-12, and Roosevelt is 11th at 8-11. And again, this game so crucial for the AA standings and where we could see teams play in the SODAC 16. So there's a lot to keep in mind, a lot to keep under wraps for this game. And the big question that is on everyone's mind is, can Pierre reverse the trend that we saw at the end of that first half? Governors came out blazing in that first quarter, but weren't quite able to match it in the second quarter, and I think a big part of that was the erosion of the three-point game. Roosevelt really adjusted and keyed in on Pierre wanting to shoot the triple, and were able to counter that time and time again. So the question is, can Pierre find a way to stop that in the second half, or rather to reverse that trend in the second half? If they can, they're going to be in good shape to take this win at home and end out their regular season slate here at Riggs High School with a dub, as the kids would say. We are 4 minutes away from basketball action. They added a couple more minutes on to the halftime segment, so we're going to take another 3-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll have second half action between your Pierre Governors and the Sioux Falls Roosevelt Rough Riders right here on KCCR and the KCCR Sports YouTube channel. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in 3.
Capital City Ford, Lincoln, Toyota, and Pierre, where exceptional customer service meets an incredible inventory lineup. Looking for your dream car? Our expert team is here to guide you every step of the way. From dependable Fords to luxurious Lincolns and versatile Toyotas, we have something for every taste, need, and budget. Experience the difference with us today. Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
Becky Potsaba and State Farm Insurance are here to help you with your insurance and banking needs. State Farm's not just insurance, it's banking, investments, IRAs, loans, and a whole lot more. We offer guidance in a personal and caring way that helps you manage the risks of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and find ways to control costs so you can realize your dreams. We know how life is, and we're here for you. Stop in to see Becky at 1315 East Wells Avenue in Pierre, or call Becky at 224-4173.
Is it the competition that keeps bringing you back? The long-standing rivalries? Or is it seeing friends again and cheering on your favorite team? At First Dakota, we're here for it all. We appreciate the fans, the players, the coaches and officials, the concessions crew. The shared community experience is part of what makes life here great, and we're here for it. See you at the game. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
Ferding Electric and their team of electricians have been serving the electrical needs of Central South Dakota for over 60 years. For fast, dependable service, call Ferding Electric for free estimates. Commercial, residential, and farm wiring. You'll find a large selection of light bulbs, including the hard-to-find fluorescent bulbs. Ferding Electric at 2903 East Elizabeth Street in Pierre. They'll do the job right the first time. Call 605-224-8684. Ferding Electric, 605-224-8684.
People helping people. Have you ever wondered what the benefits are of becoming a Owyhee Federal Credit Union member? At Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we reinvest profits in you. We do this in the form of lower interest rates, higher dividends, and low to no fees. So come check us out or come in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre, because at Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we treat our members like they own the place because, well, they do. Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
Yes, sir, it's that time. Once again, second half action on the way live from Riggs High School. Dylan Simmons on the call. Pierre Governors boys basketball taking on the Sioux Falls Roosevelt Rough Riders right here on KCCR and the KCCR Sports YouTube channel. This has been a dandy so far today, as Keith Jackson would say, and we got a lot more basketball in store here from the capital city tonight. So glad that you can join us, whether you're listening in on YouTube or listening in on KCCR. We are glad to have you with our stream. Governors 6-12 overall, looking for their 7th win of the season and looking to move up from 14th, which is where they currently reside in the AA basketball standings. Roosevelt from the Metro Conference, Pierre from the ESD. So these are two out-of-conference opponents, but they both play in AA, and this game matters tremendously for both. Governors will start with the basketball here in this second half. Roosevelt, by the way, 11th in the AA standings. They would face Spearfish at the season ended today. Pierre would play Harrisburg, who is currently the 3rd seed. And all a part of the Sodak 16 and the race to Rapid City. And this game a huge part of it. Second half underway. Olsen left side. In the corner, gets double teamed momentarily, and that pass intercepted by Dang Quick. Olsen was trying to go to Lincoln Dilgis, and Quick was having none of it. Now Roosevelt with the basketball, trying to pick up where they left off in the first half. Around the bend to Schmaus. Schmaus in the corner to Dang Quick. Quick gets it back to the outside. Akeem Moko over to Bylander. Memphis Bylander, mid-range J, no good, didn't even hit the rim. Luke Olsen's got it. Fast break for the Govs. Olsen wasting no time. Goes to Getz. He pump fakes. Goes for 3. Off the front of the iron, no good, and rebounded. Well, it was in the hands of Quick. Now it's loose. Foul committed by Pierre. I believe that was Sonnenschein. We'll wait for the official ruling. And instead it's on Semental. So Semental apparently got the contact. That's his second foul. Governors don't have anyone quite in foul trouble, but 3 players with 2 fouls may be something to watch out for. Here's Kranzler, left side. Micah Kranzler pump fakes and goes to Quick. Quick gets a screen. Back to Kranzler. Kranzler bounce passes in. Oh, reverse. And that one goes in for C.J. Schmaus. That caught me off guard. Akeem Moko with a heck of an assist. Patrick Mahomes-esque right up and over the defenders. 39-30. Here's Lincoln Dilgis on the right side. Over to Semental. Semental back to Olsen. Olsen over to Sonnenschein. Now Simmental with it again. Roosevelt really guarding in that arc. That pass somehow gets to Olsen. Three-point shot from the corner is going to be no good. Too short. Olsen fights for the rebound and gets it off the tip. Bullet pass inside. Gets is wide open. And Dawson puts it right in. He's got 8. It's a 7-point game. 39-32 student section wearing Vikings uniforms tonight, which as a Packers fan isn't the greatest sight, but it is around these parts. A lot of Vikings fans in the area. And I would assume it's Vikings night. Bylander moves right past the defense as he faked the 3 and he got the 2. Off the glass for Memphis Bylander. He's got 6. 41-32. And Roosevelt takes a 9-point lead. Olsen from the logo. Goes over to Simmental. Eladio Simmental trying to maneuver his way inside. Finds an open Olsen who scores. Great move by Luke Olsen right up against the basket. Got that bunny hop shot to go right in. And it's a 7-point game. 5:40 to go in the third quarter. Over to Bylander. Bylander waiting. Checks it back. And now it's going to be Dane Quick with the basketball. Over to Schmaus. CJ Schmaus almost lost it again. A lot of slippery spots apparently on the court tonight for these players. Moko gives the screen to Dane Quick. Quick mid-range J, got it. And Dane Quick now with 5, 43-34. And it seems like any response that Pierre has, Roosevelt is able to respond in kind. And that's the issue that Pierre faces right now. They've got to get more stops on defense. Got to have that Mitchell form that they had a week ago in the Corn Palace. Simmental hands off to Sonnenschein. Back to Olsen. Olsen left side. Simmental with it once more, pump fakes, and gives it to Olsen. Olsen from beyond the arc, guarded by Schmaus. Now he drives, puts up an awkward shot, and somehow got it to go in off balance. What a player Luke Olsen is. He's got double digits. 43-36 on one of the wildest shots you'll see. Bullet pass inside to Bylander on the bounce is out of bounds. Schmaus tried to go to Bylander as he was cutting to the basket, and he just couldn't fit that one in the mailbox. We'll see Akeem Moko check out as Bryson Skogsberg is back in the game. Also, Bylander checks out as Isaiah Gehring is in for Roosevelt. Governors bring in Caden Aharts for Lincoln Dilgis. So it's Olsen, Sawyer Sonnenschein, Aharts, Getz, and Simmental. Might have said a couple of those names twice. Spin move by Olsen right to the hoop. Luke Olsen making me sound like Tony the Tiger, but that's what he can do. He's sensational, and there's a travel by CJ Schmaus. 4:07 to go in the third quarter as Schmaus took one too many steps. That Pierre defense really starting to make an impact and pressure Roosevelt. Carter Shufflebein will check in for Eladio Simmental. We've reached the midway point in this third quarter. Governors down by 5, but they have taken a big bite out of this Rough Riders lead. Sonnenschein over to Luke Olsen. Olsen gets some spacing on Schmaus. Now up against the block. Gets double team, puts up a shot off the glass. No good off the front of the iron. Skogsberg with the rebound, falls hard. Boy, he took a tough shot from Sonnenschein. Schmaus hits the hardwood as well. Both are okay, but that's Sonnenschein with the foul and his first. With how physical Sonnenschein's played in this game, that kind of shocks me that that's only his first foul. We'll see Schmaus head to the bench as Jameer Tiger is back in the game. And quick conversation between Isaiah Gehring and his coach, Mitch Begeman. And Begeman has done a heck of a job coaching up this team, developing them to the point that they're at. They're a younger squad, but they've shown a lot of veteranosity here tonight. Inside pass, what a move. Gehring can't get it to fall. It's out of bounds. Olsen dives for it, but it is going to be Roosevelt basketball. Last touch by the Governors. I think Olsen made the initial contact, and he was trying to save it from being Roosevelt basketball, but he couldn't. Inbound pass from the Rough Riders. Jameer Tiger gives it inside to Quick, and Quick travel. 2 straight travels for Roosevelt on possessions. Very uncharacteristic for this team, but they committed their share of turnovers thus far tonight. As we'll see Carson Hoynes check in for Micah Kranzler, excuse me. So Kranzler out, and now Luke Olsen in for the Governors. with the basketball. 3:27 to go in the third quarter. Resets the offense to Getz. Getz got a screen for a second. Now back to Olsen. Now Getz gives Olsen a screen. Olsen spinning in the post, puts up a fadeaway shot, no good. Rebounded by Gehring. And Isaiah Gehring pushes the tempo. Over to Dang quick in the corner, back to Gehring. And Gehring using his frame to his advantage on that rebound, all 6'4" of him. And it's paying off in a big way. One thing Roosevelt has over Pierre is height, and they've been using that to get a lot of rebounds. Here's Tiger, puts up a runner off the front of the iron, no good. Aharts fights for the rebound and gets fouled for his troubles by Carson Hoynes. That'll be the second team foul on Roosevelt in this third quarter. It's been a pretty evenly matched third quarter. Pierre has outscored Roosevelt by 2, but right now the Rough Riders are doing just enough to keep Pierre at bay for the moment. But for how long can that last? This team is just looking to explode, to find that moment that'll send them over the top and give them their much-earned lead. Shuffle by into Sonnenschein. Left side bullet pass gets. He's open for 3, but it's an illegal screen and a turnover for the Govs. And a missed opportunity as Carter Shufflebein commits his first. That would have been an open 3 for Getz. It looks like he would have missed it anyway, but it's those opportunities that you think about, and Pierre is gotten a little bit more sluggish on offense in these last few possessions, but Roosevelt has as well. On the left side, Skogsberg, bullet pass to Dang Quick. Back out to Gehring. Gehring goes to Tiger. And Jameer Tiger, guarded by Sonnenschein. He's at the top. Gets a screen, goes left side. Gehring, he's going all over the hardwood. And he's going to take a step back 3. No good on that tough shot. Good defense by Shufflebein. Luke Olsen comes up with it. Olsen to Sawyer Sonnenschein. He's gonna go an off-balance pass. Shufflebein, the reverse goes in. Nifty shot by Carter Shufflebein. Niftier pass by Sawyer Sonnenschein. And it's a 3-point, one-possession game, 43-30. Jameer Tiger, left side, or right side rather, to Quick. Quick gives it up to Hoynes. Carson Hoynes right back to Quick. Nowhere to go with the basketball. Now goes inside. Skogsberg. Off the glass, got fouled, and Bryson Skogsberg will head to the free throw line. Well-earned shot by Skogsberg. He's going to shoot for 2. Second foul on Caden Aharts. Nobody again in foul trouble for Pierre, which is good. They've had issues with that in certain games, but thus far not the case tonight. Skogsberg will shoot for 2. He's got 8 so far, all of those points coming in the first quarter, and he gets his first point since that first quarter with that free throw right there. Schmaus will check in for Dang Quick, who heads to the bench. He's currently got 5. Schmaus with 10. Governors trying to get their 7th win of the season. Trying to move up in the AA standings, currently number 59 in the state of South Dakota. Got a 56-46 win here in 2023 against this Rough Rider squad. In that incredible season. Both free throws go in for Bryson Skogsberg. He's now up to double digits, and it's 45-40. Roosevelt's on top of Pierre. Olsen bounces it to Aharts. Now to Sonnenschein. Sonnenschein gives it right back to Luke Olsen. Olsen, he wants the hoop. He goes off the glass and got fouled by Gehring, and that'll send him to the free throw line. So good work by Luke Olsen. Again, one thing that he is not shy about is taking it right to the hoop. He does that time and time again, and he just did it right there. So we'll see if Luke Olsen can cash in on the free throws. He's usually so good in these situations, but you don't want to put the cart before the horse. He does make this one, 45-41. Olsen now leading all scorers with 13. Another tremendous night from a tremendous player and a tremendous young man. Already committed to Augustana University to play golf. A multi-sport athlete who's given everything to this program. Misses the second. Rebound taken by Bryson Skogsberg. 4-point game. 1:13 to go in the third quarter. Skogsberg goes left side. Isaiah Gehring goes back to Hoynes. Hoynes over to Schmaus. CJ Schmaus to Tiger. Tiger finds Gehring in the corner. 3-point shot. Bryson Skogsberg nails it. And Bryson Skogsberg has come alive once again in this third quarter. He's got a 7-point lead for Roosevelt, and he's got 13 total. And the lead for Roosevelt back to what it was at the half. Getz gives it to Sonnenschein. Floater, got it. Nice little shot for Sawyer Sonnenschein. He's got 8, his first basket since the first quarter. And the lead is now at 5 for Roosevelt. 33 seconds to go. 4-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Skogsberg, tough shot, he got it. Falling down, Skogsberg's able to nail it. He's got 15 off the bench for the sophomore tonight. 50-43 for the Rough Riders. This will likely be the final possession of the third quarter. Governors down by 7, 50-43 in the hands of Olsen. Olsen with 7, pulls up for 3, money! Stand up and call your shot, Luke Olsen. Pass up ahead to Garang, and time runs out. Third quarter comes to an end, and it's Luke Olsen who gets the last word with a massive 3-point shot to end the period. It's back to a 4-point game. 50-46, Roosevelt's on top. Stick around, folks. Join in the fun for a little bit longer. We'll be back in 1 for the fourth quarter of action. You're listening in to Pierre Governors Basketball on KCCR and the KCCR Sports YouTube channel.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your health care is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner, they will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy, the pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
You just got a quote from a company and are now being billed for not choosing them. Many contracts have what's referred to as a contingency agreement. These typically state that if you don't go with them, you, after insurance has approved the repair work, will be charged a percentage of the job they quoted. Ask up front if they charge to provide an estimate. Never sign anything that you haven't fully read or understand. If you have any questions, reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
Welcome back to the capital city. Dylan Simmons on the call. Fourth quarter action just about set to get underway between your Pierre Governors and the Sioux Falls Roosevelt Rough Riders. Govs down 50-46 here on KCCR and the KCCR Sports YouTube channel. Rough Riders will start with the basketball. Pierre is 3-6 at home this year, number 59 in the state of South Dakota. And get this, folks, they have lost 4 games this season when scoring 60-plus points. They do not want to make this one the 5th tonight. Inside pass, Moko to Bylander, and he got fouled on his way up, and he's going to get an and one. Memphis Bylander making a huge impact to kick off this fourth quarter. He's now got 8 and a chance at 9 to make this a 7-point game. Bylander has flown somewhat under the radar, but he's been a key contributor to this game, this team in this game. Misses the free throw here, rebounded by Getz. Luke Olsen, of course, making that big 3 right at the end of the third quarter to bring this to a 4-point game at the start of the fourth. Now he's got the basketball. Olsen bounce pass to Shufflebine. Shufflebine on the block, spins away, back to Sonnenschein. Sawyer Sonnenschein goes back to Olsen. And every member of the Governors has been giving their 100% thus far, trying to get a big win here at home. Bounce pass goes into the hands of Aharts, pulls up for 3 off the top of the backboard. Sonnenschein with the rebound. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Getz now has it, has to put one up, no good. And that possession was a little bit unorganized for Pierre. Not quite what they were looking for. That is blocked and taken away. Luke Olsen snatches it right out of the air like he's Patrick Peterson and goes coast to coast. What a nifty maneuver by Luke Olsen. Faked out 2 defenders that time on his way to the hoop. 4-point game. Luke Olsen is dropping dimes. Almost 20 points already. C.J. Schmaus over to Bryson Skogsberg, who's been the really great player for Roosevelt in this game with 15. Garang shot rattles in. And Isaiah Garang found a way to the hoop. And it's right back to a 6-point game. Roosevelt just continues to find ways to get baskets. Here seem to be more sensational, and that may be because they are more well-earned. Sonnenschein, deep 3, no. And rebounded by Garang. Now it would have taken the roof off the place. That pass is going to be intercepted, but a foul was committed by Sonnenschein. And again, his physicality, it's always a good thing, or at least it's mostly a good thing, but that time he moved a little bit too early. I don't think the Pierre fans are very much in agreement with that. And I don't think Brianna Kusler is either. She's kind of in shock and kind of just laughing it off with the referee as Shufflebein checks out. And that is Sonnenshine's second foul. And the official issuing a warning to the Pierre Governor's bench, as apparently Kusler was still upset about it. And I guess we should just be thankful there's no technical foul in that situation. But definitely a controversial call, a polarizing call, if you will. But Roosevelt with the basketball, up 6, trying to extend their lead with 6 minutes to go in the game. Of course, that's barring overtime, which we could see. Left side, it's Isaiah Gehring. Gehring over to Moko. Inside, Kranzler took the contact and put it right in. What a job by Micah Kranzler. And he's got the Rough Riders right back up by 8. And a chance at 9 right here. Kranzler, another one of those players that hasn't been as big of a contributor on the stat sheet tonight, but he is a warrior and he has been tenacious all night long. Free throw goes in. Kranzler now with 6, and it's a double-digit, rather 9-point, I should say, Roosevelt lead. May become double-digit if Pierre can't change things in a hurry. Gets reverse shot, no good. Somehow got his own rebound, gets fouled, and almost put that thing in. He'll head to the free throw line. That was a warrior-like play from a senior who wants to win this game so badly, and he will give everything he has. And Dawson Getz is showing that right now. He'll head to the free throw line here for 2. These may be the most crucial free throws of the game, depending on how you look at it. Dawson Getz puts the first one in. 8-point game. Getz had 18 against Jefferson on Tuesday, and he exploded in the fourth quarter with 3 threes in the first 3 minutes of that fourth quarter. Been quiet so far in the fourth, but we know that can quickly change, and he nails both of them. Double digits, 10 for number 10, 57-50, Rough Riders on top. Now it's left side to Memphis Bylander. Bylander gets double teamed, and that shot goes in. What a job by Memphis Bylander to race right past the defense, and he joins the double-digit club. He has just been hard to stop against the glass in the second half. Olsen gives it to Aharts. Aharts underneath the basket, got fouled, and that was probably a good foul by Micah Kranzler. He's not in agreement with it, but it looked pretty obvious from our vantage point, because Aharts would have had an easy shot. So instead, he has to earn it at the free throw line. But 5:19 to go in this fourth quarter, and you feel the sands in the hourglass ticking away for the Governors. They've got to find a way to limit the scoring of Roosevelt while enhancing their own. Aharts puts the first one in, but you can't stay at 8 points down through the rest of this fourth quarter. You gotta find a way to stop Roosevelt on a couple of these possessions. And that's been the hang-up for Pierre in these games a lot, or for the majority of this year. It's been situations like this that they just have not been able to break through on certain occasions. But maybe this is the game where that changes, and that's an immediate push foul on Sonnenshine. That's his third. And that is also, there was a third foul committed by Aharts, it looks like, as well. Must have missed that one. Scoreboard shows 3. That may be a malfunction. But either way, 59-52. Schmaus with the basketball. Right side for Roosevelt. Now it's Kranzler. Kranzler kicks it to Schmaus. Schmaus has an open 3, didn't take it. Back to Kranzler, left side to Bylander. Gets a screen from Schmaus. Inside, that shot from Kranzler's no good, but he got fouled. Foul on Pierre, and this is the issue right now for the Governors. They can't stop them inside the post, at least not without generating contact. And the foul goes against Dawson Getz, his third. So now you have 3 players for Pierre with 3 fouls, and we still have 5 minutes to go, so you're just gonna have to be careful if you're the Governors on defense. Don't want to afford too many of those fouls, as that one's in and out for Kranzler. Governors down 59-52 with 5 minutes to go. And they're going to issue a technical foul on Brianna Kusler. And I assume there was still some conversating happening between Kusler and the official. Not sure if it was about that call a few series ago or what, but all of a sudden, Roosevelt's in an even better position. Kranzler does miss the free throw, and he's frustrated about it. So he'll switch out. This will send on Isaiah Gehring, who's one of their top free throw shooters. He'll see if he can change it, and he missed it. And now the crowd getting into it. This is the last free throw. Remember, they will also get possession no matter what happens on this free throw. Can they go 0 for 3? No. Gehring puts it in, but still better than what Pierre was looking at. Could have been down by as much as 10 already. Instead, it's only 8 as Kranzler checks out. Now you've got Bryson Skorgsberg back in. And we'll see what Roosevelt can do with this extra possession. Pierre down 60-52 as Kuzler has to take a seat, but you can tell she's fired up and she is letting her emotion come out, showing just how passionate she is about this game. That's the kind of coach that you like to have. Driving against the baseline, shot no good, but the rebound goes in. Akeem Moko elevated himself off the missed shot from Gehring, and it is a 10-point game. Olsen kicks it to Sonnenschein. Sonnenschein has an open Olsen. He's gonna pull up for a long three. Yes, sir! Who are you gonna call? Luke Olsen, 3-point shot. He's got 21 sensational points. It's a 7-point game. Timeout on the floor. It's a 7-point. Roosevelt leads 62-55. This is a full 1-minute timeout. We'll take a break and be right back. You're listening into Pierre Governors basketball on KCCR and the KCCR Sports YouTube channel. Back in 1.
Larry Fry Heating and Cooling has a new name. Kruger Climate Systems has acquired Larry Fry Heating and Cooling, but it's still the same great service. Your friend Larry Fry is still a manager, and his dedication to providing you with outstanding service remains unwavering. The same quality products and services you have come to expect from Larry Fry Heating and Cooling will continue under the new leadership of Kruger Climate Systems. You can still reach us at 605-224-9548 or email us at ryan@krugercontracting.com. Kruger Climate Systems, your certified Trane and Mitsubishi dealer in Central South Dakota.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention, it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
Welcome back to Riggs High School in the capital city. Dylan Simmons on the call. Roosevelt with the basketball up 62-55 as Luke Olsen almost intercepted that pass from Isaiah Gehring on the inbound. Fourth quarter action in boys basketball action. Luke Olsen nailed a three just a second ago to bring it to a 7-point game. That one tips almost right to Olsen. Instead it's Skogsberg. He puts one up for Bylander, couldn't get it to fall. Bylander missed the pass from Skorgsberg, rather. And now Olsen over to Sawyer Sonnenschein. Governors have a chance to make it a 5 or 4-point game on this possession. They've got to get an answer here. That one almost intercepted by Gehring. He was guarding Olsen. Olsen able to get it back from Sonnenschein. On the left side, Olsen's driving. Olsen kicks one to Aharts. Now to Getz. Getz wanted the three, and he traveled, it looks like. Nope, foul against Roosevelt. My apologies. That was pretty close to a travel, but they instead called contact on Bylander, I believe. That is going to be team foul number 3 on the Rough Riders. Inbound pass for the Governors. So apologize for calling that a turnover. It was close to it, but the contact may have initiated it. Olsen from the logo. Governors still with the basketball. By the way, Roosevelt in the bonus. So any foul committed by Pierre will result in an automatic trip to the free throw line for the Rough Riders. Olsen's getting double teamed. He's got to get rid of that thing. He does to Simmental, but he lost the basketball. But a foul was committed by Roosevelt. Contact on Simmental. 4th team foul on the Rough Riders. That foul going against number 12, Jameer Tiger. And the official wants the shot clock to be fixed. Got to reset it after the foul. And to get that sorted out, back to 35. 3:43 on the game clock right now. Governors down by 7, and a calm before the storm in this dramatic final game of the regular season at home for the Pierre Governors. Olsen quickly into Aharts, wanted to go back to Olsen. They were trying to set that up, but Roosevelt read it well. Inside pass, got fouled hard by Bylander, and he'll head to the free throw line no matter what. That was foul number 5 on Roosevelt, the 3rd in this possession alone. So a possession that could have been over with a long time ago was just continually extended by Roosevelt mistakes. And now Dawson Getz, who went 2 for 2 from the line just a second ago, has a chance to make it a 5-point game. Makes the first one. Make it 3 for 3 in this fourth quarter. It's a 6-point contest. And Pierre is right there with Roosevelt, trying to get this one out. Get themselves to 7-12. This crowd sitting on pins and needles in the capital city. And you can understand why. Getz makes them both. Onions, 5-point game. Full court press by Pierre. That pass just out to Tiger. Up ahead, Scorchberg able to find Moko, who puts it in off the glass. A great job dividing and conquering that full court press by Roosevelt. 8 points for Moko. Here's Getz for 3. No good, and rebounded by C.J. Schmaus. 3:15 to go in the fourth quarter. Roosevelt's on top, 64-57, and now they can bleed some clock. And it looks like that's what they're gonna do. Tigers got it on the left side. Rough Riders in no hurry. Now they are. Tiger up against Getz. Scoop layup. He's fouled, and he heads to the line for 2. And if that is on Getz, that's going to be his 4th foul. But you've got no choice, really, but to keep him in at this point. Instead, it's against Semental. They were both in on that. I think you could have argued it either way. Semental now with 3. So everybody on the floor outside of Olsen for Pierre with 3 fouls. But should not be too much of a problem, barring overtime, of course. Right now, Pierre is... They got a long way to go before they can reach overtime. Tigers free throw rattles in. That's his first point of this game. 65-57 Roosevelt. By the way, stay tuned after the game is over for your KCCR Sports postgame show. We'll have postgame stats, live scores from across the state, and more. Stay tuned right here. And Tiger puts it in for the second one. It's a 9-point game. Timeout on the floor taken by Mitch Begeman. Roosevelt's on top 66-57. And this is going to be a full 1-minute timeout, so we'll take a break as well. We'll be back in 1 right here on KCCR and the KCCR Sports YouTube channel. Roosevelt up 66-57.
Has it been years since you've been to the dentist? Are you afraid to see a dentist? If so, you are among many people who feel this way. Hi, I am Dr. Michelle Hofer of Missouri River Dentistry. At our office, we pride ourselves as an office that uses a personal touch to offer gentle dentistry, tailored to fit each patient's needs. We do so by utilizing state-of-the-art equipment and methods which allow the patients to feel comfortable. So whether it has been many years or 6 months since your last dental visit, your oral health is important. We invite you to call us at Missouri River Dentistry, 223-2021, 223-2021.
Most of us already know that Gales Gas of Pierre is the place to call for propane. They offer an automatic fill plan so you never have to worry about running out of propane. They accept debit and credit payments or a budget payment plan to spread out the cost throughout the year so you never have surprises when you get your bill. For delivery, convenience, and great customer service, call Gales Gas at 224-5518. That's Gales Gas at 224-5518.
Welcome back to the capital city. Dylan Simmons on the call. Fourth quarter action here at Riggs High School. Your boys team down 66-57 to the Roosevelt Rough Riders. Luke Olsen with the basketball. 2:55 to go in this fourth quarter. Governors trying to move to 7-12 on the season and increase their spot in the South Dakota AA standings. Olsen guarded by Schmaus, and a foul committed by Roosevelt away from the play. And that'll send Olsen to the free throw line. So that's a costly foul against the Rough Riders. Looking to see who that foul was against. Haven't gotten an official signal yet, and don't see anything on the scoreboard, so not sure exactly who that was on. But Olsen's first free throw is no good, and that is a tough miss for Olsen. As the Tigers, or rather, Tiger comes in for Isaiah Gehring. But Sioux Falls Roosevelt on top 66-57, and the Riders trying to ride out this storm. Olsen's second does go in. 8-point game. Olsen now with 22 points, still using the full court press as Pierre, and a foul by Sonnenschein. That's his 4th, and that'll send Roosevelt now to the free throw line. And with the situation both teams are in, we could see a lot more fouls and a lot more trips to the free throw line in this final 2 minutes and 42 seconds of play. So CJ Schmaus heads to the free throw line. He's already got 10 points tonight. Rough Riders with 3 double-digit scorers. Schmaus puts in the first one, makes it 67-57. He now has 11. Bryson Skorgsberg leads the team with 15 off the bench for the sophomore. Been a sensational game for him. Schmaus usually the leading scorer, and he puts it in. 2 for 2 for CJ Schmaus, and a 68-58 Roosevelt lead. Olsen gives it to Getz. Getz, nice pump fake, step back 3, no good. Rebounded by Gehring, and Roosevelt with control of the basketball. And Pierre not making shots that they were making early on in this game. It all comes down to that. Brianna Kuthler will tell you, and right now it's not going Pierre's way. Moko spinning against Getz, kicks it back out to Gehring. Gehring elevates, and he couldn't get that one to go in. Great job by the Pierre defense to get up above Gehring. Olsen spinning, looking for contact, and he couldn't get the shot to fall. He was trying to force an and one, and the officials are keeping their whistles away from that stuff right now. Both teams in the bonus, 1:55 to go in the 4th quarter. Schmaus falls down, gets back up, gives it to Bylander. Bylander on the left side, guarded by Simmental, kicks it back to Schmaus. Schmaus near the backcourt, now near the post, back to the top, driving and losing the basketball was Skorgsberg. Great defense by Pierre to rip it away, but time's running down. Gotta hurry here. Bounce pass over to Simmental, rather bullet pass. Now a bounce pass to Sonnenschein. He goes for 3, and he missed it. Missed the net. And with 1:25 to go in the 4th quarter, that may be the final light of this home season for the Pierre Governors flickering away. Timeout on the floor with 1:25 to go in the 4th quarter. We're going to stick with the action right here with this full 1-minute timeout. Dylan Simmons on the call with you on KCCR and the KCCR Sports YouTube channel. Roosevelt's on top, 68-58. And if Roosevelt can put in 2 more points, this will be the 2nd straight game that the Governors have given up 70 plus. They gave up 78 to Jefferson on Tuesday in Sioux Falls, and now they're on the verge of giving up 70 straight to 2 consecutive Sioux Falls opponents. And this Rough Riders team, you got to give them credit. They have played with a heart of steel tonight, and they've shown how badly they want this victory in a road environment. We talked to Mitch Begeman before the game, and everything he said about this team coming together and showing their stuff late in the season, treating this as a postseason game, it's come true. They've put together a playoff-level performance, especially on offense. And they've come into a raucous environment here at Riggs High School and given the Governors all they can handle. And unless something miraculous happens in this final minute 25, Roosevelt's going to come out of here with a win. But crazier things have happened in the world of basketball, and you can't count your eggs before they hatch. Inbound pass coming up from Skorgsberg. Gets it into Schmaus. Schmaus guarded by Sonnenschein along the far side. Now to the left side to Tiger. Jameer Tiger guarded by Aharts. Pierre choosing not to foul yet. That may be coming soon. Tiger now an inside pass. Moko tried to dunk it down, I believe. Got fouled. And that'll send Akeem Moko to the free throw line. And this will be Roosevelt's chance to put 70 on the scoreboard against this Governor squad. Foul officially goes against the Governors, as that's going to be Dawson Getz' 4th. So 1 more for him and 1 more for Sonnenschein would foul them out, but all but elementary at this point. Free throws coming up for Moko, who's again flown under the radar just a little bit, kind of heaves that free throw at the rim. Bit of an interesting shooting form, but to each his own. If it gets the job done, who are we to judge, right? Now we'll see if he can get the second one to go. And this time it works for him. It's all about whether or not it gets to the right place. 69-58. Roosevelt's on top of the Govs. As that pass intercepted, here comes Gehring, and he puts it in off the glass. And that may be the capper. 71-58. Gehring with 7. Another turnover. Roosevelt with it once more with 52 seconds to go. Govs down by 13 as The gas tank is empty. It didn't fill up at DJ Senix. Roosevelt looking like they're going to pull away with this one. As the ball goes out of bounds, it would move them to 9-11 overall and finish out their 20